is not your daughter's hula hoop. It's bigger, it's made for adults, and it's custom designed by me. If you order from I Dream of Hoops, we do custom designed hula hoops in adult sizing. This is a few of our cool painted designs. I mean, how groovy are these? This one actually turns blue when it's exposed to sunlight, the white part, and it's a tribal hand painted pattern like by me. Ugh. That's how it felt painting it, to be honest with you. Very tedious, but very fulfilling once I was done. You know, the good thing about it being at your access at all time, if you are choosing this to be your workout routine, is that you could do it anytime. Like, my coffee is a little too warm, so let me go hit a flow sesh. Literally, you can do it for 5 minutes in the morning, lunch, you can bring it to work, you can do it outside. You can do so much with one hula hoop, you wouldn't even believe it. It's evolving and changing sport. We actually are still learning from each other. It's a very supportive community. We're still, like I said, learning and evolving new tricks. Hopefully one day we could get a competition. That would be like really cool. If anyone has any ideas on that, that would be lovely. They have slight hooping in the Olympics, like the rhythmic gymnasts, but not what we do. We are like street hoopers. Literally, people hula hoop in the streets. I love to bring my hula hoop on vacation with me. It's like my dance partner. It helps you find your center. You can really like focus on yourself. Like, what's not distracting me, you know, like our life is one really big distraction. So being able to connect your body and mind in a flow session is life-changing. I've been doing it for about 10 years. You can learn at your own pace, which is really cool. It's self-taught. We learn from tutorials, and like I said, we learn from each other. You can find a flow that fits your personality and, you know, just what you can do. You know, it's like people have different physical elements and different issues, so you can work that around, and it really works for everyone. A 2-year-old can do it, and an 80-year-old can do it. So it's really about just picking it up and starting. I'm actually the owner of I Dream of Hoops. I custom make hula hoops in specific sizes depending on your preferences. Hoop sizing can be very complicated, to say the least. It has a lot to do with your height, your stature, your weight, your athletic ability, your motivation. A general rule of thumb is you always want to start with 3/4 inch tubing. There's 2 different types. It's a little bit thicker than the other tubing, and it moves a little bit slower, so it gives you more time in between transitions and tricks, which is what you're going to need when you're learning for sure. You want to get 2 different sizes, in my opinion, because it's not a one-size-fits-all type thing until you get like really advanced. You can pretty much do any trick with any size hoop, but that takes years of practice. So I would recommend getting a on-body hoop, which would be a bigger hoop, for a range of about 32 if you're really petite and really advanced and really motivated, to 40-inch, which is the biggest that we usually make. Sometimes we'll make 42. You know, if you have a preference, always come talk to me. I'm more than happy to meet your recommendations, or, you know, whatever you want, your preferences. Then you want to get a little bit smaller hoop. More than likely the smaller hoop, maybe get it like not taped. The tape does wear over time, but I just call that street cred, in my opinion. It's like, that's just hard work and hours put in. And the beauty about hooping is that it's self-motivating. Like, If you're practicing a trick over and over, you fail, and then you're almost there. You might be hot, you might be sweaty. You would have quit anything else that you were doing workout-wise. But because you want to nail that trick, you keep going. And you've been working so hard, so you just want to nail that trick. So it's really cool that it's motivating in that aspect. It's honestly, it's the best thing that has ever happened to me. It changed my life. I love it, as you can see from my sign. I love it so much that I wanted to spread the joy and make them for others. Then, like I said, your secondary size hoop, you'll want something, I would say, between 26 and 32 inches. That would be more for like off-body tricks and like transitioning back and forth. And it'll take you a little while to find the right size, just to be honest, you know. I can have two people ask the exact same questions, get the exact same answer, and one's happy with the size and the other one's not. It's just something that you have to kind of learn along the way. But the good news is you don't have to have a gym membership. Like, so you get to buy all these beautiful hula hoops that really bring you joy and happiness, and it's something that you can share with friends and family, you know. Like, when I have friends over, we grab the hoops, we just start doing tricks. Like, it is the best workout that you'll ever do, in my opinion. A lot of people that aren't natural born athletes stick with it over the years just because it is always there. It's always at your house. Most of us keep one in our car, to be honest with you. That's just the truth. They're basically like our dance partner. You know, it's an extension of yourself. There's so many different tricks that you can learn. And it's just really a good time, you know, like if you're looking to become healthier physically and mentally, this is the spot you're looking for. Right in the middle of here. My brain disconnects. This is not your daughter's hula hoop. So this one, like for instance, would be a good beginner size, about at the belly button. If you're just looking for average, if you're athletic, you might want to go a couple inches down. If you're a little bit thicker, you might want to go a couple inches up. It just depends. Everyone, like I said, is shaped different, moves different, and it's just one of the things with hooping is that, oh, look at this design, guys. Hand painted by me. Like I said, a act of love. It becomes like, I don't know, I just keep adding more layers and more layers and more layers, and it just becomes more and more beautiful. I really do put all the love that I have and skill into making these hoops. You know, not all hoops come from the same coil, I guess you could say, so some will be imperfect, but for the most part, I am 100% giving you the best quality hoop with the supplies that I have. Like I said, I've been hooping for 10 years, and I never ever thought about quitting. You know, I've taken breaks, I've stepped away for a little while, but I never quit. I always came back, and it's kind of like my happy place, to be honest with you. You can learn at your own pace. The way that we learn really is like just watching other people's flows, finding something that you think is cool, and trying to pick up on it, you know, like I have a fun, more like dancey style, so I'm always just, you know, like moving my body around. The hoop is an extension of me. Some people are not so like liberated in their movements. They're more structured. Everyone finds their own unique style. It'll match your abilities, your personality, and you can pick your favorite inspiration from your favorite fellow hoopers. Let's see a routine. Well, that was a little bit of one. Let's see. So my favorite is probably shoulder hooping. People say I'm unusually good at it. I'm just so used to it that it comes second nature, really. This is breaks and paddles. You're breaking and then paddling out. Break, paddle. So that's a, whoa, oops. And that also comes with the territory. You might crack or break something, so just be careful and don't hoop by anything that you cherish preciously. So this is what we call a smear. Like I said, I like to work with like different levels, going lower, extensions up, leg out. This is a one-handed isolation, and they are wonky. Everyone has a wonk, especially right here at this part. So what you want to do is you want to move around with it. It's harder to notice. Okay, that's one hand. This is the two-hand isolation. Then you can go into the smear. Waist hooping. If you ever want to stop the hoop on your waist, once the hoop is forward, just boom, arms behind it. Then at this point you can transition to off body flow. Let's see if I can do this without breaking anything. Ooh. Like I said, there's so many tricks you wouldn't even honestly believe it. It's an evolving sport. I would love for more of you guys to join in on the fun with us. If you're looking for a custom adult size hoop, I'm your girl. Holla at me at idreamofhoops.com.co. You know. Thank you guys for joining.